Welcome to the lab where genetics collide. Reptiles everywhere with colors amplify. The morphs so wild, they'll twist your mind. Patterns like art, every scale is defined. In the reptile world, we're raising the bar. Discover new genes, then combining them all. Creating foundations that make our brains shake. Insane combos that hit like an earthquake. Genetic canvas. Paint the dream. Make a dream where reptiles glow and the visions gleam. Tune in now, let's raise the ceiling. The best reptile podcast starts in 3, 2, 1.
How's it going, everybody? Thanks for joining us this week for another episode of the Genetic Canvas. If you happen to miss last week's episode, make sure you go back, catch the replay. And we hosted the RWO takeover, and every guest got to choose their own mutation to showcase their collection. So definitely go back, check that episode out. It was a great time with a great group of guys. And yeah, definitely something fun to get into tonight with the lace episode. If you're not familiar with the lace mutation or the history of it, it's an older mutation that was actually founded back in 2002 by Sean Seavey of Seavey Exotics. So if you guys have any kind of questions about the lace mutation tonight, make sure you guys are dropping those in the comments. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop some mutations in the chats that you might want to see on a future episode, because we are setting up a lot of cutting edge mutations, and going forward we are implementing this newer style of flow for the episodes, and it brings you a lot more content without any breaks. So super excited going forward with that. And I feel this week is the first week we're really going to be getting back into that flow. So super excited. We are going to be doing guest hosting opportunities going forward starting next week. So if you do want to guest host with me here on the Genetic Canvas, just comment "seat taken" and we'll get you on the list to get reached out to and see if you want to join us for that episode's mutation. So we got a banner for you guys to pop up on the screen here. It is our Redline shipping affiliate code. So make sure you guys are checking that out and using that. It is in addition to the two 60% off codes. So it includes a third label. It adds a third label that you can get a discount on. So a great promotion there for you all. And the biggest discount that you can get at 65% off. Let's see who is joining us in the chats tonight. I know we got some people that join us live, and a lot of you guys watch the replay after the fact. But if you do want to get your shout outs, join us next Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live in the chats, and we will shout you out as well. So we got Unlocked Morphs in the building. Nick, how's it going? Dickie Foster in the building. Appreciate you stopping by. Proxima Reptiles, Mike and Melissa in the house. Dwight the Pied Man, appreciate you coming out tonight. Let's see, Will 217. If you don't know his podcast, it's Tinfoil Fitteds. So definitely check that out. It's a conspiracy theory podcast. I enjoy it myself. We got Jim at Ectothermic Dungeon in the house. Appreciate you. If you see him over there, he's a sponsor of the show. So check him out. Check out his Morph Market. And catch the episode we had not 2 weeks ago, but 2 episodes ago, where we hosted Jim and Ken Masick for the Extremist mutation. James Perry in the house. Appreciate you. Seven Kingdoms Dragons. Appreciate you. You're a new face. Drop your name in the house in the comments so that we can shout you out by name. Let's see. Nate Quick 8010. Appreciate you stopping out tonight. Slay Romanson in the house. Brother Slay, appreciate you. Let's see who else we got. We got a lot of comments chopping it up tonight. Billy Rice double dipping in the comments. That's our guest tonight. Christopher Walker, we see you. Jeff Baldhead Balls in the house. TJ Hutch Exotics, appreciate you guys coming out tonight. Big Sam in the building. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. We got Mitzi in the house. We appreciate you supporting, always dropping them links. And yeah, we got a lot of people filling in. So we're going to cut it off after a few more. Adrian Maravilla in the house. We appreciate you. Jamie Tire God, Morphs, and Tommy, Exotic Worlds of Geckos. We appreciate everybody out there in the chats tonight, spreading all the comments, bringing all the questions. One more, Dan Vision Quest Reptiles. We appreciate you. So, we got another banner for you all to throw up on the stage. This one here is going to be, let's see, get down here to it, the Husbandry Pro banner. So I right now document all of my care through Husbandry Pro, and using this code, you can save yourself 60-day free trial. And if you haven't used your account in over 6 months, that code is good for a new 60-day trial. So definitely use that and start keeping track of your husbandry if you aren't already. So tonight's guest, they're pretty well known in the industry, I'd say now, but I don't think a lot of people know that lace is their favorite mutation to work throughout their projects. And I'm excited to kind of find out how it became one of their favorite mutations to work as a foundational mutation through their collection and across all of the projects that they're working. Let's welcome Rice Reptiles. How's it going, Billy?
Great. How you doing, Jared? Appreciate you having us tonight.
Good, man. I appreciate you guys joining us, and I appreciate all the work that you're putting in with this lace mutation because it was your collection that honestly made me go, "Wow, that thing's making a comeback."
Yeah, we've really liked the lace mutation since we got our first male in. So our male was a pastel lace clown, and we just judged that versus everything else we made in lace, and we just, in pastel, and most of those animals brown out so soon. We knew we really had something nice, and that was what was very exciting about that first male.
Yeah, lace cleans up even just the single gene clown on its own. It's almost like halfway to DG without that peppering, you know?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
and
know if you guys
that's
hear
what
that.
we hatched. That first male had a lot of had pastel in him, so half the babies we were hatching had pastel, and we were just looking at the aging process of lace with pastel versus our normal pastel clowns, and it was just hands down just a great gene. We were seeing it rival Desert Ghost with just one copy of lace in it, so we're very excited about the future and the things that we're making in it because we're really starting to stack a lot of genetics into it now.
Definitely, definitely. And speaking on the like lace and pastel interaction, that was the, when you guys were coming out with the yellow belly pastel lace het clown combos early on and stuff. I was looking at those and thinking, this is gonna almost reinvent pastel in a way because it makes it desirable to have in those projects with it because for me, pastel is it's a whole nother realm of a project, we tend to stay away from it more nowadays just because of the amount of it that's out there. I'd say maybe the market value or the market demand more so than value. The demand is a little lower for pastel in a lot of projects, so we don't work it as much. But lace is one of those projects that I'm definitely not afraid to have pastel in. And there was another project I posted today on my Instagram that is another one I'm not afraid to have pastel in. I'm actually going to try to make some super pastel versions on the end side of that.
Yeah, so lace is definitely one to have pastel in, and then we also like zebra with our lace stuff, and then Desert Ghost clowns has been great with our with pastel stuff in it as well. We've got a pastel chocolate Desert Ghost clowns, one of my favorite animals in our collection.
Okay, yeah. And I know chocolate DG, that really works well, bringing out that richness into that lace and the pastels more so than the lace. But lace just what would you say? It really enriches the saturation of color on the inside of the alien head, right?
Yes, it does. So it not only is it highlighting and brightening the animal and keeping great color, enhancing the color for the life of the animal, but also you're uh, adding a lot of chain reaction to the bellies with a lot of the combos, so you get the popcorn effect, and that just looks really nice with a lot of the combos. Some combos you don't get as much of that, but then you just get the enhancement of lace. The other thing you get is you do not lose as much of your contrast as you do, like with say Desert Ghost, where some of your blacks get oversaturated and fade. Your blacks more pop with the lace stuff,
Yeah,
and you do
especially in the
not get
DG.
pattern constriction as bad. So that's the other big thing that we like with lace is it's not constricting pattern at all.
And what you're meaning by that is like when you mix the lace into the DG, it kind of fattens that black areas up a little bit more, and it doesn't allow the alien heads to be as tight together.
Well, what I was referring to is just lace on its own without DG. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so basically we think Lace stands toe to toe with DG as just as good a project, and not that you can't put them together. We are putting them together, but we think it's every bit as good or better than DG, and we're working it as such.
Okay. Yeah, I like the blushing that lace tends to put in too because of the lift that it creates on the bottom and kind of like how it overlaps with yellow belly where they both kind of widen out the flames and stuff. But lace has that a lot more popcorning and stuff. Which is that a feature you like to selectively breed for into projects, that popcorning, or are you just kind of working that to manipulate other patterns?
Well, we like it. I mean, we're not shying away from using it. As a another morph or tool to use, but then we also do not mind the genes like leopard or other things that you do not have the lace popcorn effect with, because you're still going to have extremely bright contrast animals with just having lace in there. So we've got some we actually have a Batman we'll show tonight where you can see some of the sides, the just the white drippings in there. That is pretty cool from the lace.
Yeah, and that's the one notable thing about lace is how white the bellies are, right?
Yes, it is. That's one of the key features is the belly, but to me it's a lot more than that with just the color contrast and the way the animals age. Like we're gonna start with a few just basic animals, and then we'll get into some pied stuff to show you pied, but we'll also show some of the adult pieds that we have, and then also some adult clowns, so you guys can really see what we're talking about with the aging process of the animals.
So you said that the initial investment was a lace clown,
Pastel lace clown.
pastel lace clown, and
Yep.
when you started out with that animal, where was your end goal in regards to breeding that into a project?
Well,
We're gonna get to
our
how it
whole
developed, but I wanted to just kind of touch on where you started with it.
well, so with lace, we reached out to Justin very early on, and this is before we were partners and we were just good friends at the time. And but we had bought a ton of stuff from him, and I was like, Justin, I really want to make a splash now. We're really, really ready to get Rice Reptiles going and show the vision of what we want to make. What are some cool projects that we could get in where we really can make a splash with the hatchlings that we hatch that coming year. And he threw out a few options, and a lot of it was the Pompey stuff come in at the time. And
Yeah,
then we brought that mill in and didn't really know a lot about it. He just said it was very nice. And man, I'm telling you, after the first babies that were born, I would say when they got 300 to 400 grams, and we had red stripe in a lot of those first pairings, so we were having like pastel red stripe clowns that were lace, and then red stripe lace clowns on their own, and with pastel as well, or without lace. And we just got to see those age together and see what lace did versus the other. And really, I think it emboldened us on the project to see it with pastel to start with, because we just knew how good it was after the fact that the uh, pastel genes didn't fade over to 300 to 500 gram. Normally they're browning out by then, and these animals are just shining yellow and gold.
yeah, yeah. I had a quick question here from Will 217 Pythons. Do you see ringers in a lot of your lace at all?
I can't necessarily call it ringers in our lace because we run a lot of ringers in our clowns. So I don't know that it's lace doing it or our clown lines doing it because our clown lines throw a lot of ringers.
Yeah, and it's hard to say too because if you have a lot of lace het pied stuff in combos, that can influence ringers too, and
Yes.
so it's more difficult to answer for sure. What is your favorite quality of the lace mutation to selectively breed for and strengthen?
Uh, I would say um, I just like the overall quality of the animal, the cleaning up and enhancement of colors, because that's where you can just take all these crazy patterns and colors and the combos that we have and just really make some pretty wild stuff. And
And what
I don't think it's so much the popcorn effect that I do like the belly. I do like the high whites that it brings in on the belly. That's just a bonus to me. I think it's more of just we have a desert ghost type gene that also enhances the belly, but then absolutely cleans up and makes the pattern um, really vibrant, really contrasty, but then does not have any effects to where it's messing up the pattern or constricting it whatsoever. So it allows you to fully release pattern and make some really wild stuff.
Yeah. So, is there anything about the patterning in the white lace that you like on top of the other qualities?
Yeah,
Like,
the
is there
the
anything you're
chaining you
trying
get
to manipulate
from
with
the belly
pattern?
is just super enhanced in the white lace. So in white lace, you just get almost a constant chain without it hardly even being broken on most of the animals that you hatch, and that's just a really cool quality to have in a gene that we can now throw into all our combos that are crazy, say like inchy red stripe, yellow belly, spot nose clowns that just really have that really cool snorkel effect. Now those some of those are going to be super crazy when they're white lace and you have that crazy snorkel look with a crazy cool belly pattern change and then also enhancing of all those different colors together.
I was on mute for a second. So, when you were getting into the lace project, you were saying that you wanted to make a splash, and that kind of plays into my next question as far as like assessing the risk and reward when trying to take a project or take a morph into a foundational direction. What do you look for in one of those mutations when you're trying to utilize that as a foundation going forward?
So any foundational genes here, I think they need to have one a lot of value. There needs to be a lot of value in the use of them, like not as many downsides. Like say like yellow belly, you get white snakes if you're breeding the super form, or just any genes that have a negative side effect to them. So anything that really holds value with me are things that enhance every single thing that we put it in, and that's what Lace is doing. Basically, is making everything we put into it better. I've not seen one, and I'm sure we'll find something eventually, but right now I do not see any combo out there that Lace hasn't positively affected. And so even when the value goes down, Lace, it will not matter that the value is down on Lace because every single animal you hatch is going to be a better looking animal with lace in it.
Nick has a question. Are you working Xanthic into the lace at all? And what project would that be in a direction towards?
So we're working lace into Xanthic, absolutely. Xanthic hypo stuff. And then also we'll work lace back into our lace desert ghost stuff because I actually saw someone, I do not know who it was, but someone showed me like 3 years ago a lace BPI Xanthic with that popcorn effect on the belly. This was probably at least, I say 3 years ago, 3 years ago at Schaumburg. And I do not have any idea who it was. He just walked up and showed me a picture of that. And I cannot remember his name or I'd give him credit for it. But that popcorn effect on a VPI Xanthic is absolutely amazing because you can imagine black circles just all across the belly. It was a really cool effect. So definitely want to see it in that. Want to get into our puzzle stuff. We've got basically anything that we're breeding and doing. Not saying that lace will be in everything we do, but it's a huge part of what we do going forward.
Yeah, I think John at Morphforge is working white lace or lace into the Xanthic VPI project, if I remember correctly. It creates a lot of static into the pattern with the Xanthic, and it looks really well.
Yeah, we're excited to get into
What?
our puzzle. So we have a just white lace male that we're trying to get up to size. And as soon as we can get that male up to size, we've got a lot of directions because he's not already into any project. He is just straight white lace, and that's something that we've really wanted so that we can really just go a bunch of directions besides just clown and pied.
Let's see. Yeah, they confirm that. So the last question I have before we really get into the animals is the importance of shed testing the lace project for you going forward because of the controversies that there were with identifying it and even creating the lace test. How integral is those testings for you with selling offspring? Has it been pretty critical?
Oh, it's absolutely critical to what we do. So pretty much every animal that we hatch, we pull the sheds on so that we can decide later on whether we want to shed test or not. Or if anything just pops up, we can always shed test for it. So we're collecting every single shed from every animal we produce. And then when we go through the IDN and picture process, we decide what we're shed testing for. But I can tell you every single animal we sell now that we do have a shed test, if it's lace involved, we absolutely test for it. So we'll be back 100% by shed testing.
Oh yeah. And if you're not shed testing, I definitely recommend it. I used shed testing all last year, and I was able to really refine my projects and also find out some really good mysteries that I didn't even know about. So sometimes it can actually show you something that you didn't know, and it's always good news if you really want to look at it that way. Even a negative test is good news because now you know, and you didn't have to waste years like we used to trying to raise up and prove out animals. So utilize that if you can.
We
Go.
absolutely love it. We're sending off I just literally handfuls of tests every single time we go through our hatchlings. We literally have handfuls of tests that we're sending off. We're constantly testing because of so many animals that we're hitting that are possible hits, but then also just for like lace and for other things that we want to nose in there. And it's been a blessing to have shed testing as part of what we do because
Nowadays,
it's really speeding us up.
yeah, nowadays on the cutting edge of things, especially when you're producing animals that you have a clutch of offspring where, you know, three different animals can be a new combination of genetics that you haven't seen before. It's kind of like a toss up as to, well, this one looks like it could have these two, but then this one kind of looks the same, and you kind of get confused between them sometimes. So shed testing is great, even for just sorting out those
Well, I
mysteries
mean,
that we.
for right now, right now it's keeping us from holding, say, a $200 animal back and taking up rack space for an animal that's $5,000 because it hit every one of the possibilities. You know, like it's a visual, triple, or quad hit, where before we'd have all those 66, 50% hits and would not know it. So everybody's gaining from this. It's just absolutely amazing what it's doing for everybody, and we're very happy and excited for it to be a part of what we do every day.
Heck yeah. So I'm down on the shed testing train 100%. So go ahead and grab the first couple animals that you want to take us through on this genetic
Okay.
journey.
All right. So we're going to get the first one up here. This is a inchy yellow belly lace, triple het hypo desert ghost pied. You can just really see the blushing from the yellow belly coming up the sides, but then you also see the white from the all the
Yeah, lace and yellow belly like to they work together and really create a lot of space between that Enchi pattern.
yep. So Inchi's really pulling back a lot of the effects that we have in this animal. But man, in the visual pied version of that, we will show kind of what gets released in, um, and you'll see why we wanted to show this animal also. Remember, guys, this one's in the hypo lace pied project.
Hypo lace pied. Those are gonna be
Hypo
beautiful.
lace desert ghost pied. I'm sorry.
Hypo, I think hypopides, they have so much color as it is. When you get lace into there, they're gonna be like neon.
That is right. Really excited about the direction with like hypo lace pies. That's definitely a good direction. So next one up is a lace pied that is het hypo and desert ghost.
Mm, yeah, let's get that up closer to the camera there. Yeah, that's beautiful there.
Just really
So
like that dorsal and the interaction that we get. So a lot of our lace stuff, which pied already kind of throws some whack patterns, but a lot of our lace stuff just really has some beautiful, crazy patterns to it.
now, do you have? I mean, you know, your baby room's out there, but do you have nearby a even a little bit older, just regular NG Pied so that you can compare that on camera?
Uh,
I mean, as it ages, it would blow it out of the water even
oh
more,
yeah.
anyhow.
Let's get a little deeper into that, Jared, and while I'm looking around.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
no
see if I can
worries.
pull one of those from right here somewhere. I can do it on clown right away, but man, we're limited on pieds here. We do not have a lot of pieds.
So I
But
kind of got ahead of myself. So this portion of the snakes is called foundational basics, where we kind of take you through some simple combos with the lace gene, and then we're going to work up into project pavers where they're kind of taking them in their own directions, which I
all
think we're
right,
kind of there. Your guys' collection is all kind of project pavers and investment inspiration.
so we're gonna work this project. So there we showed lace pied. Now we're gonna add inchy to that and go. This one is a little bit in shed, so not as much brightness going on, but we're trying to show you some stack in here.
Even in shed, that thing is glowing.
Yes, it is.
It's definitely not in its blue stage. It's past that or before that, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's either going right into it or coming right out of it. I'm not really sure. But I mean, you can see on that tail all that blushing.
Have you guys worked? I know this is off topic, but have you guys worked the Mario into pipe?
Um, Not into Pied yet, but man, we've got Mario going into so much stuff. We're gonna be able to make so much with our new puzzle project stuff that we picked up from Jason. We're gonna be able to really work Mario into a lot of our puzzle, orange dream puzzle, black pastel stuff. And then we're working it heavily into our VPI Xanthic Desert Ghost project stuff because that's really going to clean up and make some very cool animals. Got it going with spot nose and that. And but I have
Do
not
you
got
have Mario
my
at Lace at all yet?
no, I do not have that yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. No, I've got the females now where I can do that this year. I'm waiting for the male I have for that because I want to put it with black pastel and orange dream so much. The male I have for that project would be about a year out.
Gotcha. Man,
All
that
right,
is really
so
nice what it does to the Enchi. I really like how it bubbles up that Enchi pattern though, and kind of just it keeps it from spreading and overtaking as much.
yes, it does. All right, so now we're gonna go
Ooh,
inchy yellow belly lace clown.
wow.
I
Yellow
mean
belly
lace
really
pied. I'm
turned
sorry.
it up a notch for contrast on the dorsal and all that pattern shrunk up a lot.
We're gonna try to lower this camera down a little closer to the table.
Oh, that works.
Getting a little bit of a shadow right there. Yep,
Now, can you just show us the belly and the side gut or where that pattern kind of stops?
yep. Isn't that just a wild pattern?
Oh, sorry. I had to mute because the dogs. Yeah. I really love how the yellow belly chops up all of the little fingers that drop down off the dorsal, the little drips, and it just kind
Yep.
of turns them into pixelated floating islands of pattern.
Okay, so remember this animal. So lace isn't activated. Uh, it is, but it's not right here. So this animal is very young. I would say this one maybe weighs 250 grams, maybe, hopefully. Um, so now let me pull our adult breeder male.
Oh, yeah. Well, all you got to do, Nick, is clip this or share this episode with them, and maybe they'll be sold on it.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that thing is nice.
there's our adult breeder male. And man, that color is not picking up. He's so much more orange than that. I don't know if I can get him maybe a little closer to the camera to pick that up. But the color's
Typically, the
not popping
best
on
thing
that
to
camera
do
like
to
it
get
is
your
here in person.
camera, the best thing to do to get your camera to adjust is just pick up a darker snake and put it next to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just get a contrast of two,
Let's see what we have here that could go next to
But
it.
I mean, it is really coming through as bright. But I know what you mean. That one has a lot more breakage of the stripe down the dorsal. I like that.
Everything I have close to me is just about laying eggs. Here's a dark animal. Let's put this by it and see if we can pick up some.
Oh yeah, that's a beauty right there.
Seems like that helps some.
Yeah, you're definitely getting it.
So remember this now. So that's inchy yellow belly lace. So now we're going to go one step farther with another breeder male and bring in fire inchy yellow belly lace.
Fire and yellow
If we're
belly
not in
lace.
shed, I
Okay.
haven't checked this one, so let me make sure we're not in shed. Nope, we're not. All right.
Yes, David. Lace does work great in pied, and it also gives you a bit more coverage. Like it doesn't tend to be as high weight, right? More
Oh
50
yes,
50.
that everything that we've hatched that's been lace in our pieds has not been low white animals. And I just love this male. That color is so much more bright in person than what we're seeing right there. This male is just absolutely
That's
stunning.
incredible just from adding fire. And this is a great gene stack to show you guys from the regular lace pied to the Enchi lace to the Enchi yellow belly lace and now the Enchi yellow belly fire lace. So really amazing. I love
Really like
how
the way
it,
this one turned out. But this is what we're seeing, guys, and most of them is this really just high pattern animals.
yeah, I was gonna say I really love how the lace in this animal combining with the fire is actually kind of making those individual saddles stand out, even with the Enchi and yellow belly.
It is. It's really like lace has just really reinvigorated pods for me because now I'm seeing like our xanthic stuff and our xanthic hypopods. We're really gonna, you know, put a lot of this stuff in there. We really like.
Can we get a close up on that graniting pattern? It's really interesting on the sides there. That's that fire with the yellow belly just peppering it all out. I mean, yellow belly and the lace, obviously.
Yeah,
But I feel like lace likes to give it a little bit more of those like drippy patterns and stuff. So I feel like that's really the fire interacting with the yellow belly in the combo.
it is. It's kind of a combo of all three together. But you're right. It's the fire's really making that granity look to that. All right, so we're gonna move on from this. All right, so we went all the way up in that, and that's about the gist of the pod stuff um, there. So now we're gonna pull out just a lace clown and start stacking again from that.
And I love a lace clown, even though they're so simple, they're just so nice and clean.
Man, they're just still just so beautiful. Just love all that teardrop drop effect you get with it.
when you get lace into the clown with the alien heads, the keyholes, it almost reminds me of like a graniting effect. It kind of breaks up the keyholes and it doesn't want to keep them just like two spots. It wants to kind of make them up and down and all over.
Yeah, it just
And the
it's
head
just
stamp
really,
on them
to
is
me,
always like a vanilla.
I still just absolutely love these. I still love seeing these in just the simple one or two gene combos, so that we can, see really what we want to stack moving forward and how to work with it still.
And I can't remember another mutation that does it outside of the Bell complex, but I want to say offhand, Lace is the one mutation that puts white flames into the clowns that's not in the Bell complex. Because we know like Phantom and Special and those mutations like the white flames.
Yes. Um, Trying to look through these. All right. So next, I want to add spot nose to this.
Ooh.
This and spot nose, lace, spot nose, and clown are absolutely meant to be. I mean, it's just, you would think this has yellow belly with the way that looks, but it absolutely does not.
When you put Yellow Belly into that, those flames just turn like orange.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. I honestly like the contrast you get, but with the more muted flames in this animal because it's easy to get that red in there. You know, you just add one more mutation, whether it's yellow belly or enchi or special, you're going to get that red influenced right in. But to get a clown with that clean of flaming, that's kind of like a manila contrast. It's not common. The way the popcorn and stretches across the bottom of the clowns. It's like that's what was throwing a lot of us off at first, thinking they were yellow belly lace in one.
Yes, yes. That's in the beginning. This was a very tough gene, especially when we add fire to our clown stuff. That's when lace is really tough in those early stages when you're still, you know, IDing and getting out of your collection. That's what's so good about the lace test now, is that it really helps with the fire animals, because we went through a lot of animals this year, and we had literally one animal that we mis ID'd, and I'll show you that animal beside the other ones, and I guarantee you guys will think it was lace as well. All right, so next up, we're adding one more gene, so we're going lace Batman, and I just
Nice.
love this Batman, the way the whites come into those sides. It's just really nice.
Now, besides the brightness, what can you explain that you see consistently in the pattern differences?
I really don't see anything in the pattern, because it's all of our Batman animals are just so variable anyway, so that
Yeah.
not really any of them look alike. So I can't say, I haven't hatched enough Batman lay stuff, even though I've got like three in one clutch right here. I haven't hatched enough of it to say it's really doing a lot to the actual pattern of the animal, other than I see a lot more of these whites in our leopards on the side, in the leopard on the sides, that we
hmm
normally would not see. Like
The
just
one
way
thing,
more
yeah, the
white
one thing I
spots.
was gonna ask you is the I call them portholes, not the
Yeah.
keyholes, but the ones down low where the
Yep.
alien the legs kind of close off. Do you think that lace adds a lot more of that busy pattern down low in the clown stuff like this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it allows, it makes leopard more spotted, I think, which I have had cleaner leopard stuff, but with lace in it. So it's just so variable. I think lace is variable in what it does with pattern, but I know leopard and our Batman project animals are very
Yeah, because some
variable because,
leopards more banded and some is more striped.
yes, yes, we
And
can have
that
way
that
more stripes in it, way more banded look. I mean, it really
uh,
just, every single part of the every single part of the animal is a little different with leopard and in our Batman stuff.
mhm. Now when it comes to the leopard stuff, do you like the more striped or the more banded look?
Man, it just depends on the animal because I've got some stripe. I can't. I like so much, Jared. I can't. The best way to answer that is it just depends on the animal and the
Yeah, you're like,
other
I like it
genes
all.
with it because I love banded stuff. Like a lot of people do not like very much. A lot of people really don't want inchy in their clowns. I love inchy in some of the clowns, and we'll show off some of those here with this lace stuff, and I'll kind of show you why I like it. It just depends, Like I like going very wild with patterns, but then I also like constricting them as well. All right, so this is a black pastel um, lace clown.
Yeah, that's very clearly a manipulated pattern there.
Yes,
Because black
absolutely cool.
pastel clowns don't look that good just in their pattern alone.
Mm-mm. And black pastel is one of those genes that we can manipulate a lot. Anything that lace can manipulate a lot, like your red stripes, your yellow bellies, things like that, it really moves those. So those are really good things to put into your lace animals and let it
I
manipulate
really
them.
like how it just takes each alien head and just kind of smashes them together where the edges kind of collide, but they don't really become one stretched alien head. Like you can still see each individual with the curves on the top and like the roundness to each one. Even when
Yep.
in the little grouping there where you have the three in a row with the three dots,
Yeah.
like you can still see the one in the middle is a circle, even
Yep.
though they're crushed together.
Yeah.
You
That's a
get a
really
lot of
cool way
that.
it's doing that. Almost
And a
an
lot
enclosed space
more,
right here.
yeah, a lot more legs too.
Yeah. Absolutely. Love that crazy whiteness all across the belly. It's just so exacerbated compared to what it would be, if it's just black pastel.
Yeah, and the white belly really makes that bar of pattern stretching across laterally. It makes it pop. Where normally you kind of lose that.
Yes. So this will be a really good thing to put with our orange dream stuff moving forward. Some super orange dream stuff, hypo stuff like that with lace
That's
in
gonna
it.
look good when it gets into paint, I think, because the black
Yes.
pastel lace kind of has that fuzzy edging already, and that's just gonna play well into like a paint clown version.
Yes. You go like yellow belly and red stripe and things like that with it. It'd be absolutely crazy.
Oh yeah.
Things that can be manipulated.
I
All
really
right.
love how the paint clown like thins out the alien heads just that like little loop. You guys are working the paint clown a little heavier this season, correct?
This will be our first year to get our male into that project. It's a paint het clown, so we'll be able to get that into a lot of our animals this year, hopefully, and make a lot of really cool stuff. So this
Hell
is
yeah.
a chocolate coral glow lace clown. Well,
Mm,
actually, it's possible chocolate. Actually, I don't think this one's chocolate. So I think this one is just coral glow lace clown. I'll show you another one that I
okay.
know is chocolate.
I was gonna
This
agree. I was gonna say I don't believe it's chocolate, but I was gonna ask you why you thought it was. But I can see why you think it is because it has some single keyhole alien heads throughout. It's got a little bit more richness and color, but
there's a lot of blushing. Um,
that can totally be the lace.
yes,
Kind of like that other animal where the alien heads were clashing together and everything. I think chocolate would make them a little bit more spaced out.
yeah, and you'll see in the other animal it has inchy in it, and you still can see the chocolate really well because of chocolate bringing in so much blushing like Wookie does.
Now, are my eyes telling me the truth that that's actually a lighter shade of yellow, more like a blonder shade than the neon?
This one,
Yeah,
no, it's very neon yellow. It's just not picking that up. Like it's a
yeah.
super
I think the
neon
camera's
yellow,
just
neon
tricking
orange,
us.
and really crazy purples. I mean, it is super bright.
Yeah, the head is really nice. I love the patterning on the head with the blushing and everything.
Yes,
You can
that
really
will
see the
be
lace coming
in
through.
another animal here going forward. You'll really see that blushing, and it's crazy.
I'm a
All
little
right.
surprised to see that lace didn't lighten up the black speckles at all. Kind of kept them real dark, even in the banana.
Yeah, the you're talking about the actual little black dots
Yeah.
that they get.
Yep.
Yeah, we're seeing that if you put lace with the inchy, it cleans it up even more with coral glow. With the inchy having this natural cleaning effect too. So, all right. So this next one I really like. So this
Mm.
is a lace hurricane clown.
I love the little dot, the little circle dot on the back of the head.
Yes,
It's like a lace hurricane iconic head stamp. Man, look at that pattern.
that tail's really cool. A lot of popcorn in the inside it. See down there at the bottom
I
of the
hate to
tail here.
say it because there's so many people that like yellow belly and clown, but like lace is it's so much better on its own in the clown stuff. Like even in the combos, like just because of the white that it gives you and the cleanliness. I love the red flames of yellow belly, but it's like the contrast there is just unmatched.
Yeah, lace is brighter and everything, but lace goes so well with yellow belly. Like it's you add yellow belly to this is even more crazy than what it is now.
Are there any projects that you're going towards where you may be going, say, towards like strengthening those white flames into other expressions as opposed to adding yellow belly in, like taking like a phantom? I feel like, nah, I don't know if phantom lace would keep it white. I feel like it would. Phantom mystic and lace would keep things white in the flames.
As far as the sides, um, really lace and yellow belly is the, the most interaction that I can think of, other than this hurricane stuff is going to be great for the sides. The black pastel stuff is going to be great for sides. Can't really think of anything else right
Yeah,
offhand.
so much you put into it, it changes the color of the flames though. So I'm trying to think
Yes,
outside the box.
yes.
Yeah, that thing is amazing.
All right, so this is a red stripe, yellow belly, spot nose, lace clown, het desert ghost.
Red stripe, yellow belly, spot nose, lace. Wow, there's no inchy in that.
Nope.
Wow, that's got some fat pattern.
Yes. We actually
Tell,
have two of these, so exactly alike.
tell
Thought
us the
one
genes
had fire
again.
because one of them's a little brighter, but it's just a better expression of lace than the other. But
Oh,
we
you said
have
orange dream, right?
no, it's not orange dream.
No. Oh, tell me the genetics again.
It is red stripe, yellow belly, spot nose, lace clown, het desert ghost.
Wow, that's crazy looking.
Yeah,
It definitely throws me off. Makes me think it's got like something else in there.
yeah. It looks very banded, but it's this one. This pairing didn't have inchy in it or anything. So, um,
I love the head stamp too. How thick that head stamp is and bold.
yep,
It kind of reminds me of like the Spot Nose Mario head stamps.
yeah. So we had two of these, and both of them are males. So we're hanging on to both of these. So man, you talking about genetic power? These will be absolutely powerful for future projects.
For sure. Yeah. And
Again,
if
het
you got
desert
rid of
ghost as well.
one, this is a good tip for anybody. If you have two, keep them both because if you get rid of one, the one you get rid of might breed before the one you keep.
All right, now pull the pastel animal out of that of the right side, Channing.
Let's check the chats out, see if we got any questions. Nick said, if you really don't want that snake, let him help you.
I really need that one, Nick. All right, again, guys. So here's why we like pastel with lace stuff. So this animal's probably 800 grams, I would say, and this is a pastel yellow belly inchy lace clown.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, definitely see the NG in that.
Yes, really tightens up the pattern.
The pastel doesn't hurt at all.
No, not at
You
all.
really, the lace takes away the white burnouts. What usually would be the white burnouts, it's like Enchi and lace just overwrites it to that.
Yeah, it's
It's kind of
Inchi
like
and
an
Lace
orange
working
cream.
together on that really took that away.
Can we see the side belly of that? Looks like it's got a lot of pattern along the side. Yeah, pretty good amount for an Enchi.
Yeah.
Because typically you only get a teardrop here or there down.
Mm-hmm.
I really love the head stamps. That lace, uh, it just influences the head stamp so much.
And you guys know an animal this size without lace would be totally brown by now. So you can really see the difference. And that's just one copy. You go white lace, and this is even way better. All right.
So what's one of your
Was there another one
top project goals for the season?
for this season? Man, my top project just hit, and we didn't get. Yeah, let's show that one. We'll show another one with lace. Um, so I had a shot, and I have another shot. Could have another shot after that with Quint hit involved. Um, but we could have made Hypo, Desert Ghost, um, Exanthic VPI clowns.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, and we hit all around it. We hit the Desert Ghost clowns that are probably hit Hypo, and then we hit Desert Ghost. We hit Desert Ghost VPI Exanthic stuff that's probably hit. Then we hit hypo hypo animals, but we did not put it all together in one.
Did
So
you get a
we have
triple out of it?
um, possibly we've
Possibly.
got to
Okay.
test. They're in the egg, so I can't really say a lot about it. They just we actually just cut them open.
I think that's going to be amazing because I love the Exanthic DG Clown, but I still feel like it needs something to clean it up a little bit more. And obviously, an incomplete dominant will help it out, but hypo is just going to really change it all.
Yes.
Wow,
All
what is
right.
this
So
one?
here we have a acid yellow belly lace, possible red stripe, firefly pet clown.
Acid yellow belly lace, possible red stripe, firefly, pet clown.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing looks like it has a lot going on.
That dorsal's crazy.
Yeah, that's one of the best looking acid combos I've seen as far as pattern disruption and stuff.
Can you imagine that in VPI Xanthic?
Yeah, that thing in VPI Xanthic is gonna just be crisp and clean and contrasted. All the patterns gonna almost look like it's floating off of a void.
Yep. So really like the way this animal looks. Very cool animal. Can't wait to
It's
put
like
this into some of our projects. So this will probably go into more of our lace Xanthic type stuff.
mhm. It's kind of the best of both worlds because you get that stripe down the back, but then you get a lot of banding coming down off the sides of it.
All right, now being we're kind of showing some uh, leopard and lace stuff a minute ago. I wanted to bring this female out because she has a lot of size. She's about to go out to a customer. Um, so I just want to show how clean and how bright this leopard is. So this is just a leopard lace clown. I just wanted to show how bright this is and how not browned out or dark colored at all this leopard
Hmm.
clown is
No,
with
that thing
lace
is
in it.
gold.
Yeah, still very gold.
Yeah, and we
So I
know
just wanted to
leopard
show you,
clowns,
like,
they
even
look
in your
dark
leopard
brown.
projects, even though you can't see as much lace stuff, your leopard stuff's going to be so much more beautiful as it ages.
Yeah, I'm surprised how it didn't get dark really at all. Like you can kind of see the wash that it has, but it's not a dark
Mm-hmm.
wash.
No. So I really like that look. Really want to just show that one just because
That
of a lot of people say don't put it in leopard whatsoever because you can't see it. But man, you can test for it now, and if you are making leopard stuff, your leopard stuff's going to be so much better.
And honestly, the dorsal is much blacker, I think, than it would be in contrast because, again, like that dark wash that the animals get, it kind of fades out that dorsal.
That's right. Um,
You think that animal had blade in it?
this to just kind of show you the difference. So going white lace. So this male is in shed. So this male is absolutely gorgeous, but he's in shed. But this is a inchy leopard desert ghost clown, and look at the fade on those blacks.
What's up, muscles and geeks?
So you can see why we like lace so much is because this isn't shed, but at the same time, the blacks fade on these desert ghost clowns, where you just do not see near as much fade on the lace stuff.
Yeah, that thing is nice.
So this isn't lace at all.
Definitely.
I just wanted to show the contrast of the deep blacks that we have with the lace stuff. All right, Channing, bring another one. Got Channing working behind the scenes, guys. She doesn't get a break.
We appreciate your hard work.
They appreciate you, Channing.
So, were there any things in the project that made you pivot a direction or take a new end goal?
Um, this one has some stunt shed guys there. I'll just go ahead and let you see them. But so far as end goals, um, not really anything slowed me down with the project. Like I've not seen anything that said don't go there. Because everything that we're going there with is so much better. We haven't had any, like it's just a gene that doesn't have very much of a negative side to it. So you're not making
Hmm.
white animals, you're not making just like bleached out animals. You're saving contrast like this animal here has. I mean, this one's ready to breed for us right now. It's like I'd say 900 pound fire spot nose yellow belly lace clown.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And you can see even with fire, you still have just really rich blacks.
Yeah, that spot nose and lace really, really thickens up the pattern, and then the fire just kind of adds to it because that one has a lot more pattern coverage, similar to that other one that I was like thinking Enchi is in there. But you can really see how it fattens the pattern up even in these combos.
Yeah, and it really brings in a lot of that grandity effect to it that the fire has.
Oh yeah, definitely stacks on that. The head pattern is amazing too.
Yeah, it just really pops the contrast on the head.
It
Really
makes it,
allows the stamp to stand out.
yeah, it almost looks like a mask, kind of like a
Yeah.
skull mask.
All right, next.
Did you see any animals that another breeder produced that made you go, I need to incorporate that into my projects?
Yeah, so the I love the Sunset Ultramel stuff that's being made right now, the Sunset puzzle stuff. There's a lot of stuff that people are making out there. There's just so many good animals. This one's a spot nose lace, but there's tons of projects, Jared, that we're looking at other people that they're making that like the pain clowns, and just there's just so many things that we're seeing that is changing the direction of our projects and where we want to go just every day, really. So
Is there a
again, this is
mutation?
this is an older. We already showed spot nose lace, but we want to show one with a lot of size. This one's really big. Like I would say, this one's about 900 grams to 1,000.
Yeah, that's freaking. I really see it now more so in this combo that I think David was saying in the comments earlier how lace really pushes the size of the pattern up towards the dorsal, thinning out
Yes,
the
it does.
legs,
Yes,
and
that's a
it
very
kind of
good pickup.
creates that look of like, where it can confuse you if you're not familiar with that interaction. Can make you
Yeah,
think it has a pattern fattening gene in there.
it like it pushes so much on the pattern because it's just so high expression on the sides. Everything is pushed toward the dorsal, and I think that's why it's helping pod so much. It's really creating a really good reaction by pushing those patterns up on the pods.
Yeah, that makes sense too, because the pattern on the sides of the pieds even comes up a little higher. It doesn't wrap the
Hmm.
belly as much.
So now that we've shown you two of these, I'm going to show you one of the white lace snakes that are in shed. Then you guys can start bringing some more from over there.
All right. These are
All
in
right.
shed, so mind that,
Yes.
but they are the white lace combos of the
All right. So
episode.
this is a spot nose white lace
Whoa.
clown.
Holy cow. That thing is incredible. White
It's
lace
just,
clowns are hands down some of my favorite, but that thing takes it up 10 levels.
yeah, it's really crazy. The effect that lace has, especially with
Now you
spot
have to
nose, it just works so well with it.
now you have to hypo it because it looks so good like this.
Yes, that's exactly where we're going with a lot of this.
Man, that thing is beautiful. It's in shed, Eric.
Yeah, it's totally blue, guys.
It's
Its
just
eyes are just
insight.
lapped with blue.
Yeah, it gives you the insight though if you did hypo it. But if you seen that thing
Yes,
out of shed, I mean those blacks on that dorsal are black and those yellows are just electrifying neon without any pastel too.
yeah, and this is not even 200 grams, maybe 200 grams. So I mean, you're not even really getting the lace pop that you would get. You can't get it right now with it being in a shed, but I'm saying
Yeah.
like this would contrast like crazy.
Can we get a close up of that head stamp? That thing is just nice. I don't know why I like when they have the line across the back of their head,
Hmm.
kind of like a T.
Yeah.
I pity the fool.
That takes me back to the
I
days.
pity the fool who don't like lace. Call your mama.
All right, so here's where we're going to bring Inchy in. So this is a Inchy Fire Spot Nose lace, and I thought this was Yellow Belly when it hatched. But Channing, can you find the Yellow Belly version of this? If this is it, see if you can find the Yellow Belly version of that. The same thing.
Oh, Nick is boring. He says, I just think VPI at all. No, I'm just kidding, Nick. No, everything here would be killer as Exanthic
There
for
should be an
sure.
Inchy one like this that has Yellow Belly. All right, guys. So when I hatched this, I thought both of these had Yellow Belly, but you'll see the difference in this. So again, this
Oh, that
is
one
Inchy
has white
Fire
flames
Spot
there.
Nose Lace Clown without Yellow Belly. And now we're going to swap it right out, or we can kind of keep them together here. You guys help me. All right. So now we're bringing in the one with Yellow Belly. And look at the difference in the
Mm,
enhancement of color in the oranges. That's like
yep.
pumpkin
Yellow
orange.
belly turns up the flames.
Yep.
Is there any difference in the head?
Yes. So this one has that. Come here, Channing, bring that one. Put their heads side by side right here under the camera. So this one has that snorkel or at least goggle look to it. And the other
Yeah,
one's more of a broken, not goggle look at all.
gotcha. Yeah, I noticed yellow belly and clown tends to manipulate head patterns a little bit, but
Oh, slip.
so that's interesting to see for sure. Um, do you guys try to identify blade throughout your clown collection?
Yes, we got one left, and we won't have a blade in our clown collection anymore.
I'm hoping that they'd come out with a test for it eventually,
Yeah.
just
All
so
right.
that
So
we can know if we're working it or not.
I really love this female. So
Oh
this is
wow,
just a
yeah.
inchy yellow belly lace clown. Love the reaction
Jeez,
with
the
that.
head on
This
that is
female has just been
interesting.
amazing. Just super high quality of this morph.
So the head pattern on that almost reminds me of like a colubrid, where like the pattern wraps around just the sides,
Hmm.
kind of like a rat snake or something almost.
Yep.
But it's like an arrowhead. I really love the coloration that that's putting out throughout all the pattern.
Yeah, she's just been such a great example. I've really held back tons of this stuff because I just want to make so much white lace stuff.
Yeah, that thing, that could use some hurricane or something in there.
Yes,
What kind of?
that's exactly a great gene to go with that. Especially like go super hurricane clown, super hurricane, yellow belly, add red stripe, orange dream, something like that in there. Be absolutely insane animals.
So I know we were gonna have you guys set up for like a little showcase here at the end. So let me know when you guys want to get into that.
Okay. All right. You let me know anytime you want to spill over into something else.
Oh
We're
no.
happy to do
Once
so.
we get out of the lace, we're good then.
Okay.
But yeah, let's
All
show
right.
off the rest of
So
these.
here we have is Cypress inchy yellow belly lace clown. Love this animal.
Cypress and Enchi is just a match made in heaven.
It is. Um, and this is where we got fooled. This is the one clutch where we did not ID lace right in an animal this year because we're able to shed test now. We're able to
Hmm.
kind of challenge ourselves with that. And if you'll go grab the one right beside it. But I love the way this turned out. This is going to be a really good future breeder here for us for a lot of projects. Not that one, the other one on the other side. It's not lace at all. All right, so take a
Hmm.
look at that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I
So
love
this
how
is not
whacked out the
lace, and we
pattern is.
thought for sure that this animal was lace. All right, we can just have this one in there. All right, so this one is a possible red stripe, but we know it is. We couldn't really test for red stripe, but we know it is Cypress, spot nose, yellow belly clown, and we thought was lace,
Have
but
a
it
good
does not
night,
have it.
Nick. So Cypress spot nose yellow belly clown.
Yep, and possible red stripe. We think it's red stripe, being it's not
Okay.
lace. Oh,
I
got it.
really like that without the Enchi because of how
Yes.
thin and wide the keyholes are. And man, it's like the flaming and the blushing just comes right through the keyholes. There's no true keyhole coloration anymore.
Hmm. I would have loved to have seen this though with lace in it. That would have been, man, a perfect breeder to go forward with some crazy projects.
Yeah, just minus the Enchi from the other one.
All right, now we're getting into some of our lace dark nights.
Whoa, that is freaking amazing
Love the
there.
banding on chocolate clowns and the blushing that you get, but man, the lace with the Dark Knight is just must have to me. I got to see the actual white lace version of this. Maybe super chocolate white lace version of it.
Yeah, I'm surprised how nice the chocolate held its richness because even in the top portion of those alien heads, you can really see like just how much higher the saturation is, and it's fighting the neon coloration of the lace.
Hmm.
That's beautiful. Dark Knights are one of my favorite like combos as far as the spot nose clowns go, and that really turns it up like 5 levels just from one incomplete dominant.
All right, now we're gonna add coral glow to a. This is a coral glow Dark Knight lace.
Wow, that really brought back the thin legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to say like um, banana and coral glow tends to bring a pattern kind of back to what it normally looks like, and that's kind of what you see here, where without the banana, it definitely looked more Dark Knight in the pattern shaping and everything. But once you put that Coral Glow banana back in there, it kind of restricts the pattern back to that spot nose clown look more so.
Yes, it does.
But the coloration is freaking crazy.
All right.
That's like bubble gum.
Yeah. So that's bringing Inchy back into some just some really cool. Like this is the Inchy spot nose Coral Glow lace clown.
It reminds me of like the fruit stripe gum.
Yeah.
Flavor lasts about 10 seconds.
It's
But
got the
this
little snorkel head
color will
going kind of.
last forever.
So you see this one is way less spotted. So when you add Inchy into that, you're really cleaning up a lot of the spotting. There's still some there. There's a couple, but really cleaned up the spotting a lot.
And that's the same as the last combo, just adding enchi, so it's got the chocolate in there.
No, this one doesn't have the chocolate.
Okay.
We're going to bring up the chocolate now so we can see. So basically, this animal right here, now let's add chocolate.
Okay.
So
Yes,
Inchy,
definitely.
lace, Coral Glow, chocolate clown. And look at the blushing on that
That's
head.
off the charts. The camera's doing pretty well on that.
Yeah,
That
this
head is just like
animal
an
in
orange
person is
thumbprint.
just absolutely gorgeous. This one I do not see any spots on. There may be, but I still don't see any spots on this one.
And it gives a very minimal amount of pattern for there to be spots because the purples are so thin.
Yeah,
But
there's
that
one
orange
there.
dorsal, oh my god,
Yeah, it's crazy. I love this
that
combo.
thing
I
is
want to definitely make some more of these and add some stuff to this. Um, I love hatching Coral Glow stuff, and man, this is really one of the more, one of my favorite animals I've produced. I just really love this combo and this animal and how orange it is. It's insane in person.
Now, would you say the purples are a little bit richer in that snake in person too?
Yes,
Everything is
absolutely.
amplified.
Everything's amplified for sure. Oranges are more bright too and more orange. It's really neon. All right, so is this the last? What did you want us to? What? That one's already been done. All right, so what did you want us to showcase? Like just some of our
So
breeders, or
I want you to showcase for us some of your top projects from this past season. Maybe show off some of your top offspring and tell us a little bit about the direction that you're going now.
so some of our top stuff has just been born, so it's over in our hatchling room. We can show you some of the first stuff we hit, but I can tell you some
Okay,
of the directions that we're going while I'm kind of looking through this. Dawn, if you want to
for
just get
sure.
the camera and just kind of come over this way with it. Okay, you want to move this stuff?
Show us something
Um,
inspiring.
so um, one of the projects that we've hit lately uh, that we really like is just like triple hits and quad hits. So we've hit like sunset. There'll be quad hit for sunset, desert ghost, um, ultra male, and clown, and then also with clown pied in that. That's some of the stuff that we've hit that we're really excited about, but it's not really expiring, so to speak. Just trying to look through this, Jared, because we didn't really mark any of these.
Yeah, no rush, no rush. So here, I'm gonna blow myself up real quick and do a shout out while you
Okay.
find them snakes. So tonight we're repping out for the Morph Jungle family over there, Justin. Appreciate the shirt and everything. And you know he ain't slacking on the back. I got to do the whole turnaround. Morph Jungle. And he, speaking of sunset, is working some awesome sunset projects. And he's also like the king of GHI. So if you love GHI, definitely go check him out. He was on that episode, but unfortunately, that was one of the episodes that we lost. So we will be redoing it in a 2.0 version going forward. So definitely keep an eye out on the GHI episode coming up soon. And up on top, we got Dambala Exotics, Alan and Tiffany putting the jeweler on the back. Appreciate it. So let's see if they're ready.
All right, guys. So one of the projects we've really trying to stack a lot of animals in is like our hypo stuff, hypo clowns, because
Mm.
we really want to work like lace and desert ghost and different things into our hypo clowns. So we're really putting a lot of these animals on the shelves. So
Oh,
this was hatched earlier this year, believe it or not, even though it's this big.
that's
Um,
clean.
Super nice quality. So this is a fire hypo clown pet desert ghost.
The original way to DG combos.
Yep.
Fire was the original DG. Because I
Then
almost wanted to say, is that a DG hypo clown? But yeah, you said doubles. So
yeah. Um, we've got so many animals in the facility right now, finding the ones we're looking for because we've moved. So when Jason's stuff come in from us purchasing all those animals, we
oh
have moved
yeah.
everything around. So now me putting my hands on our animals is very tough. On our original collection, still in the same spot, but
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of our babies and all of our other stuff is literally scattered everywhere.
Well,
Okay, so here's a really nice animal here. So this is a firefly, yellow belly, possible red stripe. Really feel like red stripe's in there with all this, like the tone to this and the wideness of the
the
whites
dorsal.
in the dorsal there. So firefly, yellow belly, possible red stripe, hypo clown, double head desert ghost pied.
Yeah. Hate on it all you want, pastel haters. That thing is beautiful.
Man, I love this animal. That's I still like, we still like a lot of the pastel stuff.
You
Here's
gotta
another
like
really
the
nice.
diversity, you know? Like it
Well,
gives you a different realm.
this one's in shed, but this is a really nice male. So this one's in the same clutch. So this is a spot nose firefly, totally in shed, hypo
Oh,
clown, double head desert ghost pied.
that's nice. Yeah.
Um,
We all hate on pastel a little bit. It's okay, Eric.
really love this girl here. So this is our shredder project stuff, and
We gotta
this is
find a
a
place
black
for
pastel
everything.
yellow belly shredder clown.
Ooh, Shredder, yes. We're gonna have to do an episode on that soon. That's one of my favorite Shredder clowns right there. I think that was one from the promo video, right?
It may be, not
Yeah,
sure.
it looks like it. Yeah, it is. I can tell by the little head mark. It's
Then
almost
we
got like,
have like hurricane inchy yellow belly that's going into like our monarch pied stuff. Here's a fire. Oh man, and shed too. All right, so this is a fire. This animal's absolutely gorgeous when it's not in shed, which it is hypo, so it's kind of looking like itself a little bit, but just the vibrancy's gone. Um, this is a fire yellow belly hypo clown head desert ghost. It's possible red stripe as well.
yeah. I would say that thing. I would say it's likely red stripe because how wide the flames were, and yeah, that thing was nice.
This is a fire yellow belly spot nose desert ghost clown.
I feel like people have been sleeping on the Hypo Clown project a lot lately. Everybody's
Well, I
trying
think
to
it's
go
making a big
triples,
comeback.
and a lot of people are focused on Hypo DG Clown, and that's where everything's at now.
So here's our monarch clown that'll be breeding for us soon.
Ooh, y'all know Monarch is one of my. That's like my favorite color recessive.
Yeah, I really like the kind of burgundy rich tones that you get with Monarch.
And it really enhances the golds and all the different combos. I'm excited to see Mario into the Monarch eventually.
We made this. This is in shed, but it is a triple recessive. So that's a super leopard desert ghost clown pied.
Ooh, super leopard.
Look at the smiley face, got the nose and all.
And that was tested as super leopard then, right?
Yes. All right. Then we have really quality Mandarin clown.
That's really nice. Wow.
Yes.
I thought Mandarin Clown was lackluster, but now you're proving me wrong because I've only seen the
I
pictures of him online, you know?
I have one here that I bought that was lackluster and is leaving.
Yeah, okay. So there is a little variance in him.
Absolutely. Yes. You just if
Okay.
you that's just something where you're going to want to improve that over time. So get a good quality line that you're seeing the adult versions of, get them off those, and I would say keep the best of the best, kind of like we have within the Kluber breeding and things that I've done with my daughter. Um, I think that's something where we haven't done as much of that as ball python breeders, but you
Uh-huh.
see, like with carpet pythons and any of the other animals, they do some breeding to get. We breed for quality. I'm not saying we're not doing that, but other species really go after breeding the best traits and keeping back the best quality. We just keep moving forward to the best
Yeah.
animals and don't like make the very best orange dream animal that we can or the very best yellow belly animal that we can. That's something that I think some people are starting to do some of that, and it will benefit them in the long run.
Yeah, for sure. Especially like a great example is Juan at Windy City. His hypo line is some of the best hypo stuff that I've seen because he selectively bred it for multiple generations. And a lot
This
of it has to do with the polygenic traits you're carrying over from the combinations you're including into that project too.
this animal's amazing. He only has one eye, um, but this he's stuck shed, of course. We've had the room a little bit drier for some reason. We haven't had rain here in forever. This is a yellow belly Wookie red stripe black pastel clown.
Wow. Yeah, that thing looks
Really bad
nice.
stuck shed, but just love the
Advocate,
blushing and oranges. That's why I want to show that off.
yeah, advocate for us about the one-eyed snake because you're obviously breeding them and they're not producing any offspring with issues, correct?
No, not at all. We've not seen that happen, and we keep a few of those just because if you sell them, you've got to sell them at such a discount. So if they're in a male or a female, we've released a few females this year. We actually had a good customer of ours come up pick up a really nice red stripe yellow belly pinstripe clown that we have that has piles of babies every year for us. We made some crazy hurricane stuff with her this year, and we have no issues whatsoever. You can stack genes sometimes in the clown pod project. We notice sometimes with them, there's a little more eye issues with clown pods. But in
Gotcha.
saying that, it's very little and very seldom. So it's not like just because I say we see it there more, it's just because it we hatch enough that we see some there.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's an actual problem, but that's just saying maybe some genes are causing some slight issues there. It's more likely just no different than one of us being born without a finger or foot or anything like that.
Yeah, and I've seen in like the crested geckos, you'll have some of them like they call them polydactyls, where they'll have like an extra little thumb or something, and then it's just birth defects of captive breeding these animals for so long. But yeah, I've known a lot of breeders to say and bigger breeders to say a one-eyed snake will not produce babies that have the same issue. So I just wanted you to advocate since you pulled one out.
Yeah, we've not seen that be the case um, at all. I want to show this girl off because I really love Monsoon. in clowns. So this is the het. I love het monsoon. I'm sorry. So het monsoon is just making animals absolutely crazy in clowns. This is just a red striped yellow belly clown, het monsoon, and look how crazy that pattern is.
Yeah. Het monsoon really it really plays into that fuzzy edging. I've noticed when you stack it into like other mutations that fuzz up the edging, like fire and red stripe and yellow belly, kind of adds that choppy and speckling.
Yeah, it really we really like the look of that, and honestly, in some combos, it's gonna look better than the visual version, um, in my opinion.
Hmm.
We're super excited to work with it like that, just in the head version, as well as make visuals, of course.
And
Um,
one thing I noticed about the het monsoons is there was polygenic traits that were carrying along with it that if you're looking for the wrong things, you can get tricked into thinking that a het is going to prove.
The only other thing I know we can do here is if you guys want to see some of the puzzle stuff that we brought in, we can show
Yeah.
off a little bit of that. But really, we do not have good Wi-Fi out where the hatchlings are right now, or I really could show you some of our really good holdbacks. Like some of them was moved over here, but the craziness is still over there.
No, no worries. Yeah, let's see some of the puzzle stuff and tell us where you are taking that direction because that's a totally new direction for you guys. And with what you've done with all these other projects, definitely interested to hear it.
So one of the directions that we're very excited about, and we actually can hit this coming up season, will be Exanthic Desert Ghost puzzles. That
Ooh,
would be very cool and something that's very high on the to-do list. But one of the projects we also picked up that we can hit this year that I'm excited about, besides puzzle, before we even get into that, is Hypo Sunset Clowns. So we
mm.
actually have several shots at making Hypo Sunset Clowns. Those females that we've brought in have really put on a ton of weight, and that's another project that we're going to be able to make some really cool stuff in.
Is that direction completely new for you, or are you just adding the hypo to it?
Well, Sunset's not just being able to make the visual Sunset Hypo Clowns now is new for us. To be able to make it
Awesome,
this coming
awesome.
up year, stacking the hets in it. We've more went like Ultra Male and probably will put that Monarch into some of that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
More so than just hypo. We'll definitely do hypo stuff, but that'll really be new for us as far as us purchasing a project and bringing it in and not already having it on hand. And that was the cool thing about the purchase of Jason's animals is he was totally different collection, and I mean a really nice collection and totally different than our collection, but blended and meshed so well. Our projects spun off each other insanely, and like just looking at the list, I was already pairing just tons of animals in my head. So we're very excited about it. Our potential here of what we can make has just been exacerbated by a ton right now. I can't even say how much of a leap this is going to make for us genetically. Just being able to put some of our males or his males with our females, just being able
For
to
sure.
both ways work them together. Um,
Genetically, off the top of your head, can you think of the best pairings odds for hitting that triple visual in either project, the Hypo Sunset Clown and the Exanthic DG puzzle?
um, Not off the top of my head, Jared.
No.
I'd have to
Okay.
look at it. We got so many animals in from them and from us that to narrow it down to the best one, I don't really know right off the top of my head.
Yeah. Well, I
I'd
hope
have
you
to.
at least have like 1 in 16 odds and a few pairings.
Oh yeah, yeah, and we can make it. Like in that one, we have like four females that'll go. So,
Nice.
um, and in the other one, in the Sunset Hypo project stuff, we've got like just in his stuff alone, five females I think that can go this year. And with our stuff, we have in the puzzle Desert Ghost stuff, there'll be like three or four females, and then with the VPI Xanthic stuff, I think there's four females in that.
Nice. Yeah, you got a lot of chances then.
Yes, yes. All right, so here's Orange Dream Yellow Belly. hypo puzzle.
Mm. I almost like that, how it's got like a burnt out orange stripe going down its dorsal.
Yeah,
Like not
yeah,
of pattern, but of color.
yep.
That's
It's striped
interesting.
all the way to its entire animal,
Yeah, that's
its entire
beautiful.
length.
It's like a faux stripe, you know?
Yeah, and then you have the faded version of the same stripe on the sides.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool looking.
underneath all the lift.
Yep. All right. Then we have a spot nose hypo puzzle. This is just the male rack, one of the male racks. Spot nose works great in puzzle.
Spot nose is one of my favorite mutations in puzzle. I really think the hurricane puzzle is going to work best when you get spot nose hurricane puzzle.
Oh, I agree.
Because
Definitely agree with that.
I feel like the hurricane puzzle left a little on the table for people to desire. At least that's what I was getting from what I was hearing feedback wise. But all it needs when you get a little bit of disappointment is another mutation.
Yeah. So this one's got a lot of striping going on in it with leopard in it. So this is a orange dream inchy leopard yellow belly hypo puzzle.
Ooh, that's an interesting pattern. A lot more lateral
Yes, way more lateral, a lot
or
of striping,
linear.
tons of blushing down at the bottom of that pattern too.
Are you guys working tri-stripe at all in your projects?
We are not. I do not have not one tri-stripe animal. I do like it.
Mhm.
I just do not have it. I mean, there's only room for so much, you know.
For sure.
That's if I knew more of where I would like to go with some of that, um,
I'm there with you on the tri-stripe. I like it a lot. I just don't have my own kind of inspirational direction for it, so I haven't taken that step.
that's a nice male we're happy to bring in. So that's a hypo stranger clown.
Ooh, yeah, that's one of the best hypo clown combos is when you get stranger into it. The
Yeah, the
darkness,
blacks.
the
You really want the blacks to get the really cool contrast and effect. Um, so
well,
now we'll go over to the other side. We have way more um, over there on that side of the puzzle project. All right, so here is where we have some of the animals that are in like the spot nose. Like this is leopard spot nose, triple het, VPI exanthic, hypo puzzle. So not only can we work Desert Ghost puzzle through our Desert Ghost VPI exanthic puzzle through our side of the collection, but then Jason has a lot of the VPI hypo puzzle stuff, which is really cool. That was really neat to be able to bring them in. I think we got 5 females in that altogether. But then we also got like these really nice acid spot nose hypo het puzzle.
ooh, that's real nice.
Really cool.
Acid spot nose works real well together. Hypo tends to just busy it up more.
Yeah. Uh, that's the same thing there. Black pastel hypo. This is blackhead orange dream. I really like the look of this animal. So this is orange dream blackhead hypo het puzzle.
Yeah, I think people sleep on OD Blackhead combos because Orange Dream is such a pattern fattening morph, and then Blackhead just it kind of normalizes the size of the pattern, but it implements all the features of Blackhead that you want.
Just rich, thick, bold striping and just really a lot of contrast there to work with.
And honestly, it gives you more of that sandy khaki coloration in the alien heads, even though it's the Orange Dream.
Really like this female that we brought in. This is just showing you some random stuff, not really in the puzzle project, but man, look how nice this Orange Ring GHI Desert Ghost is. That's just a beautiful snake.
Mm. Yeah, it added a lot more yellows back into that as an adult because GHIDGs almost look xanthic as adults.
Yeah, so it's absolutely gorgeous. Thought I'd put that maybe into some of our uh, maybe our zebras or some of our puzzle stuff. Just really can go anywhere with that. Um, Here's one of the best females that we got in this purchase from Jason. So this is a super orange dream yellow belly hypo puzzle. It's just absolutely insane.
And again, it has like that really, really burnt out stripe of color down the dorsal. I feel like that's what was the other one again that had that
It was
genetically?
just orange dream yellow belly hypo. So this is
Okay.
the super orange dream version.
So maybe it's that orange dream that's putting that faux stripe in there. It's got to be because the super
Yep.
orange dream version here is just way more intense.
Hmm.
That's beautiful.
It's insane. The
Do you think
colors
the
on that.
super OD has better contrast in the purples than the single one?
Yes, and it also has like a more of a very neon orange to it as well.
Interesting.
In yeah, in it's orange, but also has neon like orange colors. Um, this female's a little bit washed out, but that's a really nice orange string inchy yellow belly desert ghost pied.
Mm-hmm.
This keeps way more pattern than the inchy.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the lace more into these combos because like you kind of
Yes.
get that where the Enchi blends the pattern together halfway down the body, and I know lace is gonna just totally manipulate it all.
Oh, it sure will. Because it'll lift and manipulate the dorsal so much.
Yeah, that thing is beautiful. I love the head on that. Super OD pied,
Yep, this
hypopod.
was Orange Dream Yellow Belly Desert Ghost Pied. We do have a super Orange Dream Yellow Belly Desert Ghost Pied too. Um, just trying to look and show
Thing had something else.
this one's pretty nice. So this is Orange Dream Yellow Belly Chocolate Hypo head, head puzzle. Really nice big girl. This
Mm-hmm.
also hit Desert Ghost too. So it's Orange Dream Yellow Belly Chocolate Hypo double hit Desert Ghost puzzle.
Chocolate and hypo are definitely a combination that create a solid foundation for beautiful, beautiful animals. I mean, you can really take that hypo chocolate and just stack on top of it in multiple different directions.
So this is Mojave, which I really like in the puzzle combination. So this is a Mojave spot nose hypo puzzle.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I think Mojave is one of the most underrated mutations because of its age and
Hmm.
because of it being a Bell complex mutation. It doesn't have the demand that I feel like it should, just because what it's doing in a lot of these newer projects is really innovating our directions.
I
Um,
definitely agree with that because a lot of people do not like it in clowns. I love it in clowns. We've made some insane, super GHI combos with Mojave in it this year and spot nose and stuff like that. And those animals, they're clowns and they're just absolutely crazy. They're so gray and they look amazing. Every year that I make those, they sell out to Japan right away.
wow. The Ultramel episode with Danny Portuguese Pythons, where he revealed that it was a Mojave Ultramel combo. I can't even remember off the top of my head, but that thing, it just made me want Mojave so much more. And now I'm seeing a lot more combos with these newer mutations that just makes me go, yeah, it's definitely not what I'm running from.
So that's a super orange dream inchy yellow belly hypo puzzle. Still getting that
Mm.
striping down the back,
You
but
lose
more
the
of a control pattern
contrast.
from the inchy.
That's beautiful. But like compared to the other one, you just kind of lost a little contrast when you went to the
Yes.
Super OD.
Well, it's from the inchies losing a lot of the contrast. It's cleaning and losing pattern and kind of just really dropping, even though it's enhancing and making the animal even like pretty bright.
Yeah. And she'll
It's
manipulate the contrast for sure.
yes, it's really disturbing the pattern too much.
It's like a glowworm.
Yeah, yeah. This was a
So,
pretty cool leopard hypo puzzle.
and that was what was
Leopard
that?
hypo puzzle.
Oh, leopard. Okay. I was going to say that's the leopard one, right? Because of how dark it
Hmm.
is. I was reading, sorry.
That's all right.
So here's a kind of a closing question for you for the lace project. With where the projects are at now and how fast they're progressing in the lace and the white lace projects, where do you feel the investment level, that bar for investment has settled nowadays? As far as like, if I was going to invest into the lace mutation into a project, we can pick a project, say clown. Where would be the minimal level investment for me to really get in and be able to push that project into a new direction and set my own path on a point where I can make money, so to say? Because I know a lot of people are watching these and they're like, I love this mutation, but where can I invest to actually recoup and not lose?
Well, I think the main thing would be buy a visual clown version of it because they went down so much in price now. If you've got some pretty decent females and stuff, if you can at least buy the visual clown version or visual pied version of it, so that you're not making as many hits and things like that. That's where you really will not go wrong investing into this project that way because everything that you produce will be visual. Half of them is going to be laced by odds, and I mean, if you can go higher, of course you want to go higher. Here, I want males to be as expensive and rare as they possibly can be, but everybody can't
Yeah,
afford that. So I hate to label a price that you can make your money back on. I would say as long as you're in the two to three, $4,000 range, you're definitely making money. But even if you're just buying a entry level lace clown, you're especially the right line of lace, you're not going wrong. You're going to make everything in your collection better. And that will, in the long run, when you do put other animals back to it, will just really take your collection to another level because the lace male doesn't have to be the best male in your collection. It can just set a foundation for the males to come after that. And but that saying, of course, if you can buy a five combo clown or a hypo lace or clown or just whatever you can buy, the higher the better. The easier it is to make your money back. But any lace stuff is going to make money because even if you're selling combos for anywhere between 300 to say $1,000 at shows for more pet versus investment level, uh, which getting to $1,000 is investment level for sure. But that kind of stuff's really going to sell and where you're going to make your money. And this is a gene that at $500, it doesn't have a downside. Going to make everything that you have better.
for
Hard to
sure.
sell it probably to someone that's not educated about what they're doing until you do stack it more, and it makes an animal absolutely crazy. But we've really moved ours. People come searching, for lace from us because they know the quality that they're getting, and we do not have any lace stuff sitting very long. If it does, I just keep it and hold it back.
Yeah. And I agree there with if you were going to take a recessive route, including the lace, getting a visual recessive that includes the lace in a male nowadays is probably going to be the lowest investable purchase because you can take that visual clown or whatever recessive it is, male, carrying the lace, and you can put that to not only animals to produce the visual lace clown combos, but you can also put it to females carrying other recessives and try to push that project a few layers deeper in that first season, and then replace that male with one that carries extra hets out of those litters. And now you can also sell those babies, and lace is in demand. So it's not going to be much of an issue pushing those babies. But would you
We
say
think
that they're,
we think lace is actually going to respike again in desire anyway. Not that if it doesn't go in
yeah,
price, it definitely will be. Now that we have the test, people are going to want to, especially as they see these combos come out in the next 2 years. Um, some of the stuff with lace is going to be just insane. So
yeah.
it's going to re-push the market again. I wouldn't be surprised as soon as the economy turns a little bit, the price of lace probably comes back. But price with other genes as well comes back. I think as soon as we just see the economy turn.
Yeah, and like you said, more so demand than value. I think I like to say all projects tend to have a bubble. They always start outside of that bubble real high, and then they tend to settle down to this bubble, and your mutations tend to cycle and rotate in that bubble. So your newer combos come into the top and push everything down a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So your lower end combos are going to settle down to a point where they match the market on other things eventually, but at the top you're always going to keep cycling this value of these new high end cutting edge combos. So if you're at a project like the DG Clown Pied, where I think they're still like $10,000, $15,000, those animals are going to come down. But what's going to replace those is the triple visuals that have multiple codoms that are now going to
Yes.
be $15,000, but the triples are now going to be 5 to 8, and it's
Hmm.
always a revolving cycle. And we always have to be pushing that cutting edge to really want to be at that top of that market and playing around. But
Right now though, like in lace, from us you can get like inchy yellow belly lace clowns. Like I think I have them online for like 1,200 to 1,300. But I mean, people know we work deals on stuff. So I mean, there's affordable like 2 and 3 codon lace stuff on the market right now.
yeah, and
Uh,
actually, speaking of you guys have some of the best payment plans available. So if you guys are interested in an animal, definitely reach out and ask them about payment plans because they are very flexible and willing to work with you. I've gotten a couple animals myself from you guys on payments.
Yeah, we really like. I mean, our whole business model is to help people be profitable and do well in their business. We view nobody in this industry as competition. We all view getting more customers through the door or to our websites as the competitive thing that we all need to be doing, because we can't, if we educate ourselves well enough to the public and keep opening new markets, we all will be able to produce all the snakes that we want, because people, this will turn right back around as soon as the economy comes back. But also, we feel like if we don't help people really achieve their goals and be successful in this, then we're not doing right by them. And so our whole business model is to set people up in their business to be very successful and actually make money. So anytime you're reaching out to us to purchase animals and you tell us, we're starting a business versus like collecting or wanting pets, we're really hands on if you ask for our help to help you build a collection that will actually make money. And we absolutely do offer payment plans on everything that we sell. And I mean, we hold animals anyway for all of our overseas customers, so we're used to holding animals anyway. And that's why we own our own rattery and everything, so we can hold animals as long as we need. And we have lots of customers that that use that to be able to afford the really really nice animals. And we're happy to do that because we want people getting the best stuff that they possibly can.
For sure. It's helped me out, so I appreciate it very much myself. So make sure if you're watching, you take advantage and check out their morph market tonight. But what I was gonna say in addition about the lace investment side of things is there's so many mutations that don't they don't get worked into these middle ground projects because everybody wants to shoot for these triples and these quads. And a lot of times, like we've seen over the past decade, we're not bringing the incomplete dominance along with them. But at the same time, when we do, now those combos that carry the multiple hets that are likely newer combos nobody's even seen yet are going to be very expensive. So there's a huge market of combinations that only carry one or two hets out there that meet a market demand where people aren't spending thousands of dollars to get this new combo because it has three hets, you know?
Hmm.
So don't always try to shoot for these crazy quads and triples. Sometimes you just got to play with the codoms, make those combinations that you want to infuse into the triples and quads later on. And
Absolutely, that's
you
building
may
blocks on projects. There is super important.
yeah, and you're also filling a market that has been missed and abused for years and years and years. I mean, how many times do you go to a show and the pet quality animals are byproduct, bells, bananas, a lot of the same stuff. But if we had a bunch of these combinations that we all desire because they look good, but at the same time, they're carrying hets that we as breeders want to push projects further. How many people walk into a show and they would go, "Man, I would buy that snake right now if it was $2,000 cheaper and it didn't have those hets?" So
Hmm.
I think there's just a big open market that we can all try to hit in that
It's
in that.
absolute. That's an absolutely good point and a good place for some people to spend some time working on some projects because uh, all of us breeders that are farther along always are needing to try to find animals
Yes.
that will fit new projects.
Yeah,
So, like if
exactly.
we do not want clown in our puzzles, I mean that's just you need those animals and you do not have them. So
And
it's
it's like if I have a, double, triple visual female and I'm like, man, I really want the stack of codoms into this project, and somebody has that stack of codoms with maybe a head or two or none, I want to buy that and just breed it to the female to make, combinations with all guaranteed hets. And you could be supplying these breeders the codom stacks to infuse into their triples and quads. And I think a lot of people don't even think about that. Like, it's not that you'd just be selling to a pet market, you're creating new combos still.
yeah, I think it's an underrated market that a lot of a lot of breeders would take advantage of. It, especially if you have the insight to really make some cool combos in that. Really throw
Yeah,
together some things that mesh well so that they can see a vision for it in some of these crazy
for sure.
triples they'd want to put that to.
And I want to say it'll almost create a market padding in a way. And what I mean by that is, I feel like back in the day when everything on the market wasn't just a bunch of byproduct and everything on the market wasn't just a bunch of, top end and low end, we had a lot of middle grade stuff. And, that comes with the territory where back then we weren't going for crazy triples and quads and quints and stuff. Now we are. Back then it was like triples were the max and doubles were the thing that everybody was going for. But um, I lost my thought. But nowadays, I think that we need to innovate backwards a little bit. And yeah, I think that just filling a market. Oh, that's what I was getting at. Is like back then you had the high end and you had the low end, but you had a lot of filler in the middle of all these beautiful combinations, and a lot of people wanted to buy those, and that carried the industry forward. Whereas nowadays we're almost falling off because we're only breeding for the top and then we're only selectively breeding for the bottom, and we're not giving anybody something that is like enticing in that middle range anymore. Not as much.
Yeah, I think that's right, and it's because everyone's trying to stack so many recessives into stuff, and they can't afford uh, recessives that are really heavily stacked and already have the things they want. So there's a lot of animals out there that where people are trying to make things, but they're underwhelming in codoms and uh, having some animals that you could really stack codom animals like that with the right codoms mixed together. Yeah, I think it'd be a really good way to go.
For sure. Well, What a great way to end the episode. Thank you all for exploring the history, story, strategies, and cutting edge projects shaping our industry with this great mutation, the lace and the white lace, and our great guests, Billy and the family at Rice Family Reptiles. Make sure to subscribe for more genetic deep dives into combos, lineage, and selective breeding. Hit that like button if you enjoyed tonight's episode, and we'll see you all next Sunday night for the confusion episode. So don't miss that one. We'll catch you later.